So the next question is difference between is valid and branch node. So this is a pretty good question. So when do we use is valid and when do we use the branch node? So I can quickly open up a simple blueprint to show this. All right. So is valid is actually used whether to check the current thing that you are checking with is valid. Is it present in your current scene? If it is present, then that means that it is valid and please proceed. All right. So sometimes you get this error in Unreal Engine that we cannot find this thing, so we cannot proceed. We cannot find this function or this component in the viewport. So what do we do is we just attach an is valid. So right click over here and is valid. All right. So is valid, this one. We use this one as well, and there's is valid without the executor. Scroll down, this one as well. This is used as a boolean, and then this is used with the executor. So here we attach our, if you want to check if spawn or get player character or something, yeah, we attach it. If it is valid, and we can print it's valid. If it is not valid, it will print it's not there. So if I hover on this, right, determines if an object is valid. So what is an object? This object. If this object is valid in my scenario over here in my scene. All right. So the other thing is the branch. Branch is basically an if statement. Write a branch. Okay. So here you can see it only takes a boolean. Here it takes the actors and the objects. All right, the is valid, it takes the input objects, but branch always takes in a boolean. Boolean means false true variable. You can create a variable over here. So currently it is by default a boolean. You can get a boolean, attach it. If this boolean is true, I need to compile this. So if this boolean is true, then it will execute only true nodes. If the boolean is false, this boolean is false, then you can execute, it will execute only false. All right. And then you can set this boolean. I can set this boolean over here, right? So you can set this boolean to true by default over here, and then over here you can connect it and check if it is true. So it's pretty simple if statement actually, which works like a flip-flop actually, true or false. So false, then true, simple. So we can compile and say, so in the begin play we are making this variable to true, and here we are checking. So whenever I say an if statement of a branch, that means that we are checking first. We are checking with this variable whether this variable is true or false. If it is true, then it will execute this. If it is false, then it will execute this. All right. So I have to bring this inside here, otherwise it won't work. So it will just print us true over here, and it was in the event tick, right? Hence it is printing continuously. All right. If I make this false over here and compile and save this, and we play it, it will of course show false. All right. So that's how the difference between the is valid and branch node. So is valid only takes in the objects, the actors and everything, but the branch node only works with the boolean true and false.